once you have a group of people who are working with you, and then you want to make sure that they are effective, they are happy, they are getting the results that you want, and they are also fulfilled at the same time, then all of a sudden it is actually creating a script, a protocol for you. All right, we are talking about how to run your business using AI systems, AGI systems, like how to use artificial intelligence to grow your business to the next level. So that's what we are talking about. Today, I'm going to talk about something special, how to create a standard operating procedure for running one-on-ones for your team. So what is a one-on-one? One-on-one is like once you have a group of people who are working with you, and then you want to make sure that they are effective, they are happy, they are getting the results that you want, and they are also fulfilled at the same time. So we do a one-on-one once a week, typically like companies that are really successful, that they do like typically once a week with their team members to make sure that they are happy and you are happy, rather than going and waiting for 1 year to evaluate and give them feedback every week so that they could improve 1% every week. That's one-on-ones. Another thing that I'm going to talk about today is like how to do stand-up meetings. So typically, like there is a methodology called Scrum methodology, which is basically how to effectively run a project. So in order for you to do some sort of Scrum methodology to succeed in your projects, the things that you want to do in your business, it's good to have a stand-up meeting every day if that is something that you want to be doing, especially if your team are all on the same time zone. It's really challenging for our team because our team are different parts of the world, so it might be challenging for us. But if you want to do a startup meeting, how to get that done using artificial intelligence, in a sense, how to get a protocol, a standard operating procedure for running that. And then I'll be talking about a third type of meeting and how to get that done as well. So let's get started with this system, how to run your business using artificial intelligence systems. Okay, so cool. So let's get started. So I'm going to copy it from here. I'm going to create, I have something copied here, one-on-one. So again, generally speaking, try to make it as easy as possible. Come up with a detailed standard operating procedure for a 15-minute one-on-one. 15 minutes, tell them. Otherwise, it's going to think that it needs a lot of time. One-on-one weekly meetings with my direct reports. That is understandable, even for a 5th grader. That's it. That's all you need. Just tell that, and then all of a sudden, it is actually creating a script, a protocol for you. Okay, schedule 50 minutes one-on-one. Obviously, you need to create a meeting. Before the meeting, think about the topics that you want to discuss with any other question you want to ask. At the beginning of the meeting, explain why you are having the meeting. That is, discuss how things are done. During the meeting, ask the direct reports about the progress and any challenges that may be facing. It's pretty intelligent. It's pretty smart. If you really got into management, you'll understand how important those questions are. If needed, offer advice and suggest solutions to any challenges they're facing, something that I do every week. Make sure that leave time for direct reports to ask questions and provide you feedback. At the end of the meeting, thank your direct report for their time and let them know that you value their input. After the meeting, write down any notes or action items. Beautiful standard operating procedure. Going to the next one, a different type of meeting. Which is, by the way, you get the script. If you want to get the script or a prompt, you can just get it from the description of the YouTube or Instagram or wherever you watch this video. You will see the script. And if you don't, just put that in the comment and my team will give you access to all these scripts that you want. Startup meeting, startup meeting, and come up with a detail. By the way, just ignore the grammar. This is a beautiful thing about it. Like, language was developed, and I don't want to waste my time and your time like correcting the grammar for a stand-up meeting. Come up with, it understands that. So for a stand-up meeting, come up with a detailed standard operating procedure to do 50-minute daily stand-up meetings that are understandable even to a 5th grader. Okay, each day gather the whole team for a meeting time. So probably we need to decide on what time it is. Each person should take no more than 1 minute to answer 3 questions. What did you do yesterday? What will you do today? And are there any blockers or challenges you need help with? What a beautiful thing, right? Especially if you have in a Scrum team or if you have been running company dynamically in an agile way, you know that these questions are so important. What did you do yesterday? What did you do today? What will you do today? And are there any blockers or challenges you need help with? Make sure that you keep the conversation focused and avoid getting into long discussion. Something really, really important if you're planning to run a startup meeting. Like a lot of times, if you get on a stand-up, people are like, blah, 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 talking so much, yada, 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 and then keeps on going, right? At the end of the meeting, everyone should have a clear picture of what everyone else is working on. Make sure they end the meeting on time. So that's how you get it done. So third type of meeting that I'm going to talk about is weekly meetings. So weekly meetings, by the way, you could, like I said, you could actually just copy paste this script, and then you have everything that you need to create these kind of custom meeting management, business management script for yourself. And tomorrow I'm going to talk about how to, and you're like, oh my gosh, I wish I could do all these things, but I don't even have a business. Oh, then that's a problem, right? We need to solve that. That's why tomorrow I'm going to talk about, and by the way, even if you have a business, you want to have, you want to create a business plan for a new product that you're building. And you're like, oh my gosh, all these people are asking me so much money to come up with a business plan. How can I use AI to come up with a business plan? That's what we're going to talk about tomorrow. Okay. So, but before that, let's finish this thing. Weekly team meeting, come up with a detailed standard operating procedure to do 1 hour weekly team meeting. That is understandable even for fifth grader. By the way, you should keep my grammar mistakes in the prompt. Okay, please do that to me, so I feel good about it. Outcome: get an update on the result each team members had for the last 7 days and guide them to the highest value actions for the next 7 days. And this is a protocol. And ask and you shall receive. At the beginning of each meeting, each team member should provide an update on the results they had since the last meeting. Each team member should then set a goal for the upcoming week. Then team members should discuss the challenges, brainstorm ideas, explain how they are going to use the resources. At the end of the meeting, team should review their progress as a collective, encourage each team members to ask questions and provide feedback to ensure everyone is on the same page. And if you're like, oh, this is not good enough, I'm smarter than this, ask it to regenerate, and it will regenerate for you. And as you're doing it, I will let you know tomorrow, setup. Okay, this is pretty good. It's a setup during the meeting. This is what you do. Beautiful. After the meeting, this is what you do. Do you see that? It's very powerful. And that is exactly what you're going to do. Start building these things. Like, in order for you to grow your business to the next level, wherever you are, start building these things. Tomorrow, I'm going to talk about how to use OpenAI or any other AI systems or AGI systems to build your business by coming up with a business plan for a new product that you want to build. Or if you're starting out on a business, you want to have a business plan, how to come up with that. And I'll be showing you in 2 different levels on how to get that started and how to build that in minutes instead of days. Okay. See you tomorrow.